Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials. In today's video I will try to explain how and when you can use GML visual drag and drop block, which is called if room is first. This block has icon with question mark and three blocks, and first of the block is highlighted. So those blocks represent scenes and rooms in GameMaker, levels, and the first one is highlighted because it represents the first room, the first scene level is selected. We are in first level, and also there is a question mark because every time we have this if statement, that's like as asking GameMaker a question: if something is true, then do something which I tell you. So it's always a question and then reaction or answer to that question if that question answers true. So if something is true, then do whatever I tell you. And that's what we are going to do in our game. So we can make, for example, something simple like if room is first, then create some buttons for main menu. First room is mostly in game some kind of splash screen, so we can create some kind of background image sprite or something like that, or main menu, or combined background with main menu. Okay, so let's go to GameMaker, and in our game so far we start with this room. This room represents some character with a white square collecting coins and avoiding those red triangles. And if everything goes right, he advances to second level, which is this, and again similar features, similar mechanics, but we also need some kind of scene, some kind of level to start with. When our game starts, we want to have some kind of main menu. I will use this room 3 for that, which is currently empty, and so it looks great for me to start with it. If you don't have empty room, just go to rooms, select this rooms folder, right click, then create, and click on room. So on this block there is a question if room is first. So how do we know the room is first in GameMaker? We have this home icon next to it, to the left of the room. So the room which I want my game to start with will have this icon. I have to say to GameMaker this is the first room, and you do that by clicking on this icon. So it opens the room manager, room order, and then just click on any room you want to be the first and just drag and drop it on the top. In my case that's room 3 because I want to make main menu of it, but if I change my mind I use room 4. Okay, no, yeah, like this it will have the icon, home icon, and now it's the first one. No, I will start with room 3, and now my game starts with this. To check out that I will click on this run or press F5, and we should get a blank black screen. Yeah, so that's all cool. So now let's try to code something to tell GameMaker what to do when the room is first. Okay, I want to say what and I want to do what. I want to tell GameMaker if this is the first room, then create buttons, button play, button credits, button level selection, and whatever you need. We'll make one button, and you can then later maybe copy paste if you don't have time to watch the whole video. Okay, so what do I need to put in this room? First of all, I will right click on that room and change maybe the name to rename and call it main underscore menu, just to know where I am. And then I will need some kind of object to behave like room or scene manager. So to do that I need to click on objects, folder, create object and call it room manager, and that's it. And I need to drag and drop it into my room tree. I don't need any sprite for it. So far it will be invisible, and all I have here on my screen is this question mark, so I can select it and manipulate it in this room editor, but it won't be visible on the screen because I don't have any sprite here. No sprite. You can see here it says no sprite. Okay, so let's try to code something. What do I want to say to GameMaker? Do I want to check that once or all the time? For this question, which I need to ask GameMaker, I think it would be better to use create event, because I want that to check only once. Create event, and on creation of this room manager I want to do what? I want to ask GameMaker in if this is the first room, so I have to scroll down to find that block. It will be in rooms. Yes, here it is. If room is first. Okay, so if room is first, do what? I want to create buttons, and those buttons we will do that in a few moments. But for all of you who are in a hurry and don't want to watch that, you can use any kind of object and just check out if this works. So if room is first, create instance, because we need instance of object. And again, be careful, if I put it here it will be executed anyway, no matter if this is true or not. But if I put it in this question, in this block, it will be added differently like this. So okay, create instance. Which instance I want to create? Pick any instance you have. For example, coin will be good. X position 50, Y position 50. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's test our game. So if the room is first, yeah, I have created some coins. So I will now, you can stop here. So I have used a very simple example, and we will upgrade it in next few videos. But so far we use this block just to check if the room is first, and then if that is true, we have created something on the screen, some kind of object instance. In our case that was coin, but I will change that now in something more meaningful, like obj buttons. So I have to create objects, and first of all I have to create sprites for that object. Create, so I'm clicking on sprites folder, right click, create sprite, and I will call it SPR, which is short for sprite, and then BTN for button, and then play. So SPR button play. Let's create image for it, but first let's make that button a little bit wider. So 64 by, I want maybe, first of all I want to uncheck this box, maintain aspect ratio, because I want one. If I leave that, my sprite will always be square. I don't want to do that. I want my sprite to be rectangular in size of 64 width, 64 height and width 128. Apply, and now it's a little bit wider. So yeah, cool. I need to click on edit image to create some kind of color for it. Very simple paint fill tool, white, then pick paintbrush, then click on this to change white to black, and I will call this one play. So this will be play button, the first button which I see on my main menu. Okay, SPR button play, and this is only image sprite. I need to put that image in some kind of object to use it in my game. So I will create obj button play, and to use it I will now use SPR button play. Okay, so I need to add it here to my scene? No. Why? Because I'm creating those buttons by code here with this room manager. So let's test it, and instead of obj coin I will now pick obj button play. So now we will have obj button play on our screen. It won't do anything, it doesn't have any code, but it's just good enough for prototype. Okay, which other buttons do I need? I need to create a couple of others, so I will copy paste this button just to make it good enough for prototype. So I will click on sprite button play, right click, duplicate, then rename it to SPR button credits, and I will go to edit image, zoom out a little bit, pick a wider brush and delete display, then pick smaller brush, pick black color and say credits. It doesn't have to be perfect, just cred will do. Okay, great. So we have this SPR button credit sprite. I need object of it, so I will copy paste this obj button play. I will rename it into obj button credits, pick sprite credits, and I have to create that by code also, so I will do that in my room manager. If room is first, then create instance of obj button play. Okay, but I need another button, copy paste, not obj button play but obj button credits, and I want it X is my left and right. I want it to stay the same, but Y I want to have it below, let's say 120. And now let's see how this looks on our scene. So if the room is first, create these two buttons for us, play and credits. If I click on those, nothing happens because we don't have code for it. We will do that in next video, but so far so good. Just again, this was very simple idea how to make some kind of ugly prototype main menu button setup and start, to be more precise, start of it. We will continue with it in next videos, but the whole idea here is that you can put any kind of code you want in this question. If room is first, do what? Do whatever you want. You can create sprite, you can create objects, you can delete sprite, delete objects, create enemies, whatever. It depends on what your game works, how it works. If your game has main menu, you can define main menu with this drag and drop block. That's it for this video. See you in next one.